Good day, Sir Rigo Milares. So by the way, I am Flordeline Almacen, and I am to discuss about finite sets, infinite sets, the null of empty set, set equality, universal set, and basic rules of set theory. First is a finite sets. In the set theory of mathematics, a finite set is defined as a set that has finite number of elements. In other words, a finite set is a set which you could in principle count and finish counting. For example, open bracket 1, 3, 5, 7, close bracket is a finite set with 4 elements. The element in the finite set is a natural number I dot e non-negative integer. A set S is called finite if there exists a bijection f dot S equals open bracket 1, 5 dots, n close bracket for natural number n. The empty set is also considered finite, so S is a finite set if S admits a bijection to some set of natural numbers of the form close open bracket multiply less than n close bracket. And the second is infinite set. A set which is not finite set is infinite. If the number of elements is uncountable, then also it is called an infinite set. Unlike finite sets, we cannot represent an infinite set in roster form easily as its elements are not limited. So, dots are used to describe the infinity of the set. For example, W equals open bracket 0, 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 close bracket, I dot e, set of all whole numbers is an infinite set as the elements are not countable. And here are some example. 6 dots, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 2, 6 dots, close bracket, i.e. set of all integers is an infinite set as the elements are not countable. The elements of an infinite set are represented by dots as the dots represent the infinity of the set. And the third is the null of empty set. A set with no members is called an empty or null set and is denoted empty or zero because an infinite set cannot be listed. It is usually represented by a formula that generates its elements when applied to the elements of the set of counting numbers. For example, let A equals open bracket x dots 9 less than multiply less than 10. X is a natural number close bracket will be a null set because there is no natural number between numbers 9 and 10. And the fourth is set equality. Set equality is the term that is used to indicate that two sets are equal. Any two sets, finite or infinite, are equal if they contain the same elements. Example, determine which of the following sets are equal set. Close bracket I open bracket. A equals close bracket 55, 32, 77, 1 close bracket. And B equals close bracket 1, 32, 55, 77 close bracket. Open parenthesis I close parenthesis. X equal open bracket x dot x is a prime number and 2 open parenthesis x less than 11 close bracket. And y equals open bracket 7, 3, 5 close bracket. Open parenthesis I close parenthesis. S equal open bracket 2, 4, 6, 8 close bracket. And T equals open bracket 2, 4, 6 close bracket. And that is the example of set equality. Universal set. is a set which contains all the elements or objects of other sets, including its own elements. It is usually denoted by the symbol U. Suppose set A consists of all even numbers such that A equals close bracket 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 close bracket, and set B consists of all odd numbers such that B equals open bracket 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 close bracket. The universal set U consists of all natural numbers such that U equals open bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 4 dots close bracket. Therefore, as we know, all the even and odd numbers are a part of a natural numbers. Therefore, set U has all the elements of set A and set B. There is no formula to find the universal set. We just have to represent all the elements in a single, which is collectively called a universal set. For example, let us say there are three sets named as A, B, and C. The elements of all sets A, B, and C is defined as A equals open bracket 1, 3, 6, 8 close bracket. B equals close bracket 2, 3, 4, 5 close bracket. C equals open bracket 5, 8, 9 close bracket. Find the universal set for all the three sets A, B, and C. Answer. By the definition we know, the universal set includes all the elements of the given set. Therefore, universal set for sets A, B, and C will be U equals open bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 close bracket. Explanation. From the above example, we can see that the elements of sets A, B, and C are altogether available in universal set U. Also, if you have observed, no elements in the universal set are repeated and all the elements are unique. And that is the universal set. And last is basic rules of set theory. Set theory, branch of mathematics that deals with the properties of well-defined collections of objects, which may or may not be of a mathematical nature, such as numbers or functions. The theory is less valuable in direct application to ordinary experience than as a basis for precise and adaptable terminology for the definition of complex and sophisticated mathematical concepts. And there are three types of set theory. First is a commutative laws. Second is associative laws, and the third is distributive laws. Commutative law. In mathematics, the commutative law is applicable only for addition and multiplication operation, but it is not applied to other two arithmetic operations, such as subtraction and division. As per commutative law or commutative property, if A and B are any two integers, then the addition and multiplication of A and B result in the same answer, even if we change the position of A and B. Symbolically, it may be represented as A plus B equals B plus A. A multiply B equals B multiply A. For example, if 2 and 5 are the two numbers, then 2 plus 5 equals 5 plus 2 equals 7. 2 multiply 5 equals 5 multiply 2 equals 10. The definition of commutative law states that we add or multiply two numbers, then the resultant value remains the same even if we change the position of the two numbers. Or we can say the order in which we add or multiply any two real numbers does not change the result. Hence, if A and B are two real numbers, then as per this law, A plus B equals B plus A. A multiply B equals B multiply A. And here's the other examples. 1 plus 2 equals 2 plus 1 equals 3. 4 plus 5 equals 5 plus 4 equals 9. Negative 3 plus 6 equals 6 plus open parenthesis, negative 3, close parenthesis, equals 6 minus 3 equals 3. Apart from commutative law, there are other two major laws which are commonly used in maths. They are associative law, distributive law. Associative law, as per this law, if A, B, and C are three real numbers, then A plus open parenthesis B plus C close parenthesis equals open parenthesis A plus B close parenthesis plus C. A multiply open parenthesis B multiply C close parenthesis equals open parenthesis A multiply B close parenthesis multiply C. Just like commutative rule, this law is also applicable to addition and multiplication. For example, if 2, 3, and 5 are three numbers, then 2 plus open parenthesis 3 plus 5 equals open parenthesis 2 plus 3 close parenthesis plus 5. Therefore, 2 plus 8 equals 5 plus 5 equals 10 and 2 multiply open parenthesis 3 multiply 5 close parenthesis equals open parenthesis 2 multiply 3 close parenthesis multiply 5. Therefore, 2 multiply open parenthesis 15 and close parenthesis equals 6 multiply 5 equals 30. Hence proof. Last is distributive law. This law is completely different from commutative and associative law. According to this law, if A, B, and C are three real numbers, then B plus C equals A multiply B plus A multiply C. For example, if 2, 3, and 5 are three numbers, then 2 multiply 3 plus 5 equals 2 multiply 3 plus 2 multiply 5. Therefore, 2 multiply 8 equals 6 plus 10. Therefore, 16 equals 16. And that is all about for IT 100 subject.